Good morning. Good morning, guys.
Here we go. We're preparing to live stream the meeting. The little bar is going across, setting up your meeting for YouTube Live. We'll see where it goes. Now we're live. Hello, everybody. Hello, everyone.
Good morning.
Good evening for us. Good morning for you. Thank you, Yvonne, for joining me. Hello, everyone. I'm Madame Pamita. This is my wonderful friend in Kyiv, Yvonne Subotin. And our band is called Tarot for Kindness. That's our band, Tarot for Kindness. Right?
Oh, yeah.
That would be a good band name, actually. It's like kind of mysterious, Tarot for Kindness, mystical,
Please don't tell me the word band because I immediately start thinking about the musical band.
Yes,
You
that's
know
what I
what I'm
mean.
talking about.
Yes, I know, but that's what I mean. This is our band, Tarot for Kindness. When Madame Pamita has more time to play music, then we're going to have a real musical band, but it's a concept band now. It's our band concept. Hello, everyone. Okay, so yay, the Love Witch is here. Love Witch is giving the information in the chat on how you can get a tarot reading with me for $10 per card. 100% of the proceeds are going to feed seniors in Ukraine who are very much struggling just to get food, just to have some basic food needs met. We have stories. I mean, every week we hear a different story, and the stories have been everywhere from, a senior woman begging for bread, and you bought her groceries, which was amazing. Now she's one of your regulars that you see.
By the
once
way,
a month.
she will get her groceries exactly today.
Oh, wonderful. Today's her grocery day. Wonderful, wonderful. So Love Witch is putting in the comments the ways that you can pay. You can do SuperChat here on YouTube, PayPal, which is very easy to do. That, we don't want to, it's a thing you can do. You can do it on the SuperChat, which is the little dollar sign below the chat. You'll see a happy face, a dollar sign, and a plus sign. The dollar sign is the place that you can pay. But YouTube takes out 30%. So we don't, if you want to be, and then I'm making up the windfall of the 30% because I want all of that money to go to you guys. But Venmo or PayPal take a much lesser percent. Zelle also takes a much lesser percent. So if you want to pay for a tarot reading, you can come and sit and watch. We have a good time just hanging out and talking about the seniors. You always share you have 200 or almost 200, right? 200 seniors that you're helping in Ukraine?
Almost 196, if I'm not mistaken.
Wow. 196 seniors. So we've got at least 196 episodes of this that we have to do. We're going to do this for the next 4 years, and then we will have met every senior. That's crazy to think about. So we're doing tarot readings. I've got my beautiful silver acorn tarot here. That's a good one to show up. The Emperor. I've got my silver acorn tarot here. I'm doing tarot readings. You can ask your questions in the chat. And if you want a 1-card reading, it's $10, 2-card reading, $20, 3-card reading, $30, and so on. All of the 100% of the money that you pay is going to go to feed seniors. As soon as we're finished here, I send it to Yvonne. I make up the difference. So if let's say if you spent 50, you wanted a 5-card reading and you spent $50, like maybe 5 of that goes to like the payment processing. I put that $5 in so that it's all 50 goes to there. So I make mine. Oh, wonderful. Okay, I'm like really not very prepared today. I kind of rolled in from work. I had a reading at work this evening. There we go. So Jen has a payment. Jen's already come in. Yay, Jen. Thank you so much, Jen.
Good morning.
Yeah.
Jen is my friend on Facebook.
Oh, that's the other thing. I'm going to put the, where's my Venmo? Why isn't my Venmo? There we go. I see you, Jen. Okay, great. Thank you so much. Why is it not? Venmo's like, needs to refresh. There we go. Okay. All right. So Jen just has a very general question. What do I need to know right now? Look, you're first in, so you get the first reading. I love it. Okay, let's take a look and see, what does Jen need to know right now? What does Jen need to know right now? I love this deck so much. Yeah, we're doing a 3-card reading for Jen. So we can mark that down.
You mean in general, the first reading?
Yeah, she just wants to know, what do I need to know right now? That's her question for 3 cards. So I'm just writing a note so I can keep track. Okay. This deck, by the way, is so gorgeous. Oh my God. It's for tarot readers. It's not just the pictures, although the pictures are important. The cards are bendy, which is good. They'll last a long time, and they're slippery, so they don't stick together. It's like, and Stephanie planned that on purpose. She's a tarot reader herself, and so she knows how it makes a difference with the cards and how they move. All right, let's see what we got here, Jen. Okay, we need let's see. Oh, I love it. I love it. Oh, it's so sweet, Jen. It's really good. Okay. First card is 9 of Pentacles. I think we saw this one last time. 9 of Pentacles is this little strawberry lady, beautiful lady. So she represents, she's in a grapeyard, in a vineyard. She's got her little butterfly on her leafy little hand. She's got a little snail at her feet. She's got a pretty dress on. She's out there enjoying the fruits of her labor, but really, did she even do the labor? Doesn't matter. She's enjoying herself. She's having fun. When I see 9 of Pentacles show up in a reading, and then particularly in a general reading, it talks about doing things that you love that produce results, right? Let's talk about Pentacles for a minute. Pentacles are about manifesting something. So directly, we could say she's manifesting money. That could be one thing that we're talking about, the manifestation, but it's about creating something, manifesting something. But the 9, we have lots of Pentacles, 1 through 10, ace through 10, we have those cards. But the 9 has some unique quality. We see the 8 where the person's laboring. We see the 6 where the person's giving. But 9, she's enjoying. And what this card means to me is, and for you, Jen, what it means is that it's about doing something that produces something, but that is super pleasurable for you. Example, you might have a craft, or you might have an art that you like to do. I could say in Yvonne's life, music is this for you. You write songs, and then you record them, and then you put them up on YouTube. I mean, that's an example. There's something at the end. There's a product at the end. Not necessarily a product. We're talking about product to sell. I don't think that's the point of it, but there's something that you enjoy doing, but then there's something to show for what you enjoy doing. So Jen, for you right now, think about the things that you really enjoy and that produce something at the end, and how you can bring more of that in your life. How can you bring more of that in your life? I think for me, like, art is that. I love to make art. I don't sell my art. I did in the past, but now I just make it for fun, give it to friends, and do that. I love doing it. For me, making art really fills me up. I love just the sheer joy of it. And it's just for the art piece at the end, but the experience itself is almost even better than the end result. The end result is great, but the experience of doing it. So I think this is really a message for you, Jen, that what you need to bring into your life right now are those pleasurable things that produce some kind of result at the end. Maybe you know what that is. Knight of Swords. There's messages coming to you. In fact, Knight of Swords can be a message coming to you quickly. Knight of Swords can also be for you this idea that you have to jump into something. When we think about the knights, if you ever have noticed, especially on the Rider-Waite deck, this is based on the Rider-Waite. I want to show you something so crazy on this deck, the traditional deck. So let me pull out the 4 knights, and I'm going to show you something that you may or may not know. You might know. Some people know this already. All right, let me see. Let me get to them. Okay, there's one. I'm going to pull out all 4 knights. The reason I'm doing this, we're having a little sidebar here, is because it will make sense what the Knight of Swords is about when you see all 4 together. There's 2. Okay, let's see if I can get all 3. 3. All right, 4. Okay, here's our 4 knights. Now think about, I'm going to give you, this is like a kind of esoteric lesson here. When we think about the wheel of creation, the wheel of creation, the 4 elements. The 4 elements are air, fire, water, and earth. If we think about manifestation, air represents thoughts and ideas, fire means action, water means spirit, and earth means the final result. Just like we had our final, you're creating something with a result, right? A manifestation of some kind. Let's look at these cards for a second. How fast is that guy going? Knight of Swords.
Fast enough.
Super fast, right? He's just the hair of the everybody's, the feathers, the hair, everything's blowing really fast. That horse is going so fast. His legs are stretched way out. Let's look at the fire guy. Who's faster, air or fire, or swords or wands?
The first one, of course.
Yeah, this is faster. So he's a little bit slower, but still lots of energy. How about this guy compared to this guy? Slower, even slower, right?
I would say he's lazy enough.
Yeah, he's just sort of doing his things. He's walking along. And then who's faster here and who's slower? He's the slowest. His horse is standing still. So if you look at all of those horses, they go from very fast to slowish to very slow. You might not know that about the tarot and about these cards. I read these cards for maybe 10 years before I ever noticed that. It was a while. It's a long time ago, of course. I started a long time ago. But so when we see this Knight of Swords energy, oh, hello, Glinda. Yeah. Knight of Swords energy is fast. And that's why I say there's an opportunity for you, Jen, where you're going to, maybe your usual technique is to sit and think about it, or to check with your friends to see if you should do something or make a plan ahead of time. But Knight of Swords says, jump right in. Jump right in. Don't think about it. Just go in and you'll figure it out as you go along. That's very much Knight of Swords energy. So I think that's what's also happening for you, is that there's an opportunity come that you should jump on. Last card, such a beautiful card, the Fool card. So the Fool card is about being very open and trusting. It's if you look at him, little guy, he's got a sun shining, all is well. He's got a little pumpkin watching out for him. He is just living his best life, doing his thing, and not really thinking about the practical things below him. I see this card as trusting in the divine, trusting in the plan, trusting in fate, or trusting in the spirits, whatever you want to call it. Fool card energy is really knowing that all is well. Knowing that all is well, so that you don't have to pre-plan everything. And in fact, what really will support you right now is just going with the flow and seeing where you're led, because you'll be led to the right place, not making a lot of plans and not carrying a lot of baggage from the past. So I hope this gives you some insight into what you need to know. Let's do a recap, bringing in things that are joyful to you, that produce something wonderful in your life. Jumping into an opportunity without overthinking it. Just jump in and you figure it out as you go along. Go quickly, be decisive. Just say, I'm going to do it. Say yes. And the Fool card is trusting in that divine providence, trusting in that, that all is going to be well. So I see there's something on the horizon for you that maybe it's something that ties in all of these things, or maybe these are 3 different areas of your life that we're talking about. But I hope that was helpful for you, Jen. Did you if you're still here, tell me what you think and in terms of your what's going on in your life right now, if that's making sense. Love Witch wants a reading. Oh, that's so sweet. Okay.
I
Yeah.
think that she hasn't friended me on Facebook yet. So, Love Witch, if you want to do this, let's do this, and I will tag you with the pleasure in my graded post today.
I think Love Witch doesn't have a Facebook.
Oh,
That's why. But Instagram, she can friend you on Instagram. I think she doesn't have a Facebook because she's young and hip. You know, the young people don't have. It's old people thing here in Facebook, which is good for grannies.
You know, when you said this, I felt myself like a dinosaur.
You're an old man.
I am 39 and I have Facebook for many years. So
yeah, like
thank you,
my kids.
Thank you very much for reminding me.
Yeah, like my kids don't have a Facebook. I think they did at one time. Maybe they still do, but they don't ever go on there. Like they never go on there. The kids don't have it, you know? Oh, okay. Wonderful. Yeah. Oh, good, Jen. I'm glad it made a lot of sense. Good. Yeah, those are really great cards. All right. So Love Witch, what are my spirit guides wanting me to know? So Love Witch is doing a 1-card reading. The rest of you that are here, we're doing readings. If you look at the top of the chat, we're doing readings for $10 per card. 100% of the proceeds go to feed Ukrainian seniors. That's my job is tarot reading and raising money. Yvonne's job is buying groceries and bringing them to the seniors. Yvonne's idea too. This was his idea. I mean, this isn't his idea. The idea of feeding the seniors was his idea. So you get all the credit. We would say piggybacked on you. I'm riding your coattails, right? It was your idea and I'm helping in any way I can. And this is the way I can help. All right. So Love Witch, what do your spirit guides want you to know? Let's see. Okay. The rest of you, if you want a reading, check out the comments. At the top of the comments, Love Witch has posted all of the things, all the possibilities of how you can get a reading and give a donation, and we'll do a reading for you too. Could be 1-card reading, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10, 100, whatever you want. Okay. Oh, I love it. Okay. Here's that guy again. He shows up a lot. 2 of Pentacles. Remember last week? He showed up like 6 times, it felt like. So 2 of Pentacles. 2 of Pentacles. 2 of Pentacles energy is handling all things like this, right? I hesitate to tell you what this is, Love Witch, because, well, I can tell you what it is, but you can, I think it's a good thing. So oftentimes 2 of Pentacles will show up when somebody has like a day job and somebody has like a passion project. And what the 2 of Pentacles represents is bringing your passion project and letting the day job go. Now you know why I hesitate to tell you, Love Witch, because you can't leave me. Love Witch works for me and she does everything. She's my right hand. I can't have her leave. But what it talks about is like having your own thing. And I think you're kind of doing that. It's really supported. You know, you're creating your own oils and your own soaps and lip balms and all these things. And I think you finding those things that you really love and building those up will kind of supplement. You know, this is 2 coins that they're juggling there. So I think this can be a great thing for you. You just can't ever leave me. You cannot leave me. You're always going to be holding 2 coins forever. Don't drop one of those coins. Don't drop the Madame Pamita coin. So yeah, 2 of Pentacles and it's wonderful because this is also about your ability to do this, your ability to multitask, your ability to do more than one thing. I mean, there's nothing to say that you can't do both, you know, that you can have both or you can continue to have both. Like doing your thing that's personally you, that's branded you, that's all about you. And then also doing the thing for somebody else and working, at a job. So yeah, never. Oh
Love
boy,
which
not this one again.
will never leave you because we have an infinity sign here.
Yes, exactly. Exactly. That's like I mean, I will say this. All the people that have worked for me over the years, I'm like some of them, they all become my kids. I'm a Cancer, so they all become my kids. And some kids fly the coop and go on to other things, and I'm so happy for them with the other things that they're doing. So yeah, it's very sweet. It's very sweet. Um, do we have anybody else? Let's talk about the granny. I'm gonna get that picture up. Let's see if I can get on
This is not a
Instagram.
granny, this is a grandpa.
A grandpa today. I didn't even look because I've been so I was really, really running around today. And you sent me one. Wonderful. Oh, he's so cute. Oh my gosh, he's so cute. All right.
He looks like a kind dwarf.
He's so cute. He looks like a wizard. All right, let's get his picture up here and you can tell us about him. Oops. Hold on a second.
His story is not too happy.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Wait. Okay, where is it? Downloads.
But
Sorry.
it shouldn't surprise us because all the grannies we work with are unhappy in a more or less scale.
Oh. Hold on a second. I got to get that picture. Let's see if I can download it somewhere else. Save image as. That's on the desktop. Okay. All right. I just had to find it. Where did I put it? There it is. Ah, there he is. Okay. Let's get his picture up. Oh, I'm sorry. It's not a happy story. He's so adorable though. He's so cute. All right. Let me get him in our screen. Hold on. There we are. Okay. All right. Now I can share screen. All right. Here he is. All right. Everyone can see that now.
Okay, I will describe this beautiful man. His name is Nikolai, or Nicholas in English. This is similar. And I choose this person to represent, to show you the strength of Ukrainian spirit, because this man faced so many challenges during his life that this number would be enough for a dozen of us. First of all, he had a completely broken spine. So he was a wheelchair user, paralyzed. His legs were paralyzed, and none of the doctors gave him any chance to stand on his feet. Even in specialized institutions, they said, no chances, man. But then he has, he's very well disciplined, and he has a strong will, and he started training, so just to to move his fingers on his legs and so on. And it took 3 or 4 years for him to stand on his feet, but he did it, and it was a medical miracle. And even our famous doctor, whose second name is Yevminov, he's very famous all around the world. He said that this is the first case ever in his practice, so he just didn't see anything similar. So now this man can walk. Then in 2 years he had a cancer. And he coped with cancer. Yeah, and so two deadly diseases, and he overcame them. Did I say the right word?
Yeah.
Yeah, he overcame them. And along with all this plenty, huge lake of pain, a lot of struggle, he's extremely kind. He's so cute. He always, this is not my grandpa. This is my colleague who visits him because he lives in other district. So I talked to him via phone. We have many videos with him. He's very kind. And the last challenge, it's very disgusting. in this grandpa is not alone. He has a son, but his son is a military, and he was wounded near Bakhmut very heavily, and now doctors struggling for his life, and they trying to save his vision. So his both eyes are very damaged. Yeah. So, and this is the situation when not children support their parents, but parents semi-paralyzed, after cancer, they have to support their children. And I don't know why this man got so many challenges. I don't know what is his purpose, what is his mission. Maybe maybe he was a sinner in his previous life. I don't know. And in this way, he just cleans his soul for the next life. If you believe in this, you can agree. As for me, I believe. But if so, I can tell you that he passes all these challenges with his head, uh, hold up. I don't know how to tell this.
Head held high. We say head
Yeah,
held high.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. This is an amazing man, and he is still very kind, very patient. For me, this is the example of how kindness can go along with the strength. This is very rare, cooperation, as for me, because strong people, they want to rule, they have a lot of energy, they don't have patience. And kind people can be weak, can dream a lot. And in this case, we have both these features that are going along. Yeah.
It's amazing. I think, one of the things that we might not know about him and his life is that he might be also a leader in some way, showing other people that because I think one thing is that they said he would never walk again, and that he started walking,
Mm-hmm.
and that he overcame cancer and did it even when they said he couldn't. Now, we would want to see, of course, this on the news that everyone could see it, but the people that he comes with in contact with in his life, during his life, he could have been that for them. Do you know what I mean? Like, to show people that not to be limited in their thinking.
Mm-hmm. So he was born to show miracles to the world.
Exactly. It might be that this is what his purpose is. So he can walk now?
Yeah.
No. Oh, he can walk now.
He can walk now, absolutely.
Wow. Wow. Yeah. So, I mean,
His,
this is
his
like,
spinal cord is completely broken, so no connection to the nerves. This is why that's so amazing and outstanding fact in the medicine. So doctors don't know how he managed to do this.
that's unbelievable. Yeah. I mean, like, I think, it's these miracles, these medical miracles that we see can be very, can give hope to another person. And really, I mean, we think about, is our purpose to be like touching a million people's lives? For some people, that may be their purpose. There may be the person who's the leader or the person who's meant to be in front. But even the one-to-one contact, which is exactly what we're talking about with the feeding, the money, that we're doing right, the thing we're doing right now, in other words. So, Yvonne, you're not in the news. You're not famous for doing this.
I don't need this.
No, but what I'm saying is you're making that huge difference to these individual people. And if it weren't for, let's just say, if there was no internet and we didn't have any way of knowing you or knowing what you were doing, um, the only people that would know would be the people that you were feeding. Those would be the only people that knew. But yet, you would make a huge impact on that one person's life. This is that starfish story,
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know,
yeah.
that you're making a huge impact. So we don't know who he inspired, who he touched, who he, through his miracle story, he could have changed somebody's life, and he may not even know it. It might be something that he doesn't even know. He might have shared something with someone, and then they said, hey, if he was paralyzed and his back was broken and he can walk, then I can do this other thing.
Hmm. Yeah, this is the best example of how human spirit can be stronger than the physical appearance.
Yeah. Yeah. And how I think, as we look at the mind and how powerful the mind is and how powerful the spirit is, it can transform physical reality,
Hmm. Exactly.
right?
So this is why I choose this person to show you, because we have a spiritual stream here.
Mm-hmm.
I
I love
hope
it.
this example will inspire a lot of you guys.
Yeah. I mean, he's faced the most challenging life circumstances that a person can face, and he has overcome them. That's amazing. That's amazing. And his name is Nikolai.
Yeah,
Oh, so sweet. Thank you for sharing him. Thank you.
you're welcome.
I'm going to put us back to you and me. Let's see if we can get some more tarot readings in today. I have, we'll see. I don't know if many people are here today, but we'll see. We'll stick around. We'll at least stick around till 8 o'clock p.m. here for another half an hour. We'll see if we get anybody else to come up with the tarot reading. We'd love to do a tarot reading for you. I'm doing tarot readings for live tarot readings for $10 per card. You can make a donation in all the ways that the Love Witch has put up on the chat, and including the new thing that we see, which is the little dollar symbol below will allow you to do this. So thank you so much, you guys. Thank you for your donations. Last week was an amazing week. How much did we do last week? 300,
Uh,
400?
41. No, 43 persons. And I have to tell you that we had 3 or 4 weeks in a row. I mean, excellent weeks. Excellent for me means 40 plus people.
Oh my gosh, that's so good. All right.
This week is worse, much worse. But anyway, I am calm about this because the result couldn't be perfect all the time.
That's all right. Cynthia has made a donation for 4 cards.
Thank you, Cynthia. You know
it-
that 4 cards feed
One.
1 grain.
Yeah, a 4 card reading gives about 2 weeks of really good basic groceries to a senior in Ukraine, which is just, I mean, a huge difference, a huge difference. That sometimes they have to make choices between, basic medicines, things
All
like
the time.
other thing.
All
Yeah.
the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is such a wonderful relief for them. And you imagine having to worry, that food insecurity where you're having to worry about if you're going to be able to eat. And then that one little thing is lifted from you is a huge thing. I mean, and on top of everything else, the bombing and all the, awful things that are happening in Ukraine. So they have one less thing to worry about when they don't have to worry about food, which is so nice. Oh, John Paul's here. Oh, wonderful. Hi, Tasha. Okay, so Cynthia, thank you, John Paul. So Cynthia, we're going to do a reading for Cynthia, and that's 4 cards, and John Paul donated $10. So we're going to have a 1-card reading. Okay, wonderful. So just hang tight, John Paul. We'll do your reading next. Go ahead and put your question in John Paul, and then we'll know. So Cynthia's asking for a 4-card reading. Been dating CA for a while. What's the hidden truth? Is there a future in this relationship? What do I need to know or work on? All right, let's see. Let's see what that is. Okay. All righty. Hmm. 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 Oh, I mean, it turns out good in the end. It's not bad, actually. You're saying, like, what? It turns out good in the end. What's happening in the beginning and the middle? I think this is a very interesting, this is an interesting guy. He's Knight of Wands energy. Knight of Wands, like, I'm going to bring out this Knight of Wands here. Okay, so you can see, we can bring both decks together. The Knight of Wands is, oh, thank you, Cynthia G. Thank you, thank you. So we have Cynthia R and Cynthia G. So this is for Cynthia R. So Knight of Wands sometimes can be a guy who likes to get around. Let's just say it that. We'll keep it G rated. we'll keep this is safe for all children and adults. But Knight of Wands is sometimes a guy who has a lot of passion, and maybe a guy who has maybe a wandering eye, we would say. Somebody who's looking and checking out the other ladies, maybe even flirting with the other ladies. I don't know if that is some reason why you're questioning this relationship. But I also think that Knight of Wands can be someone, it might be harmless. It might just be, oh, I like women to pay attention to me. It may go no farther than that. So it doesn't necessarily mean somebody who's cheating on you or somebody who is, but they might like to have the attention. They might like to have the attention. It may make him feel like, I have a sense of worth because women still like me. There's lots of people who do this, right? They just want the attention from the people that they admire just so that they can feel like good about themselves. So
he's a sportsman.
He's a sportsman?
Mm-hmm. In a relationship, just seeking for some result and then go to another challenge.
Yeah. I mean, there's definitely, with Knight of Wands energy, can be somebody who's a very active person, energetic person. It's fire energy. But I'm really picking up that there's something going on here, that he may be flirting or he may be doing something like that. And that's why you're questioning this relationship. When I look, though, I think that the two of you have this great quality of 9 of Pentacles, that one coming up again. 9 of Pentacles is enjoying things, a lot of the same things in life. So you have hobbies or interests or things that you like to do. Maybe what we need to do is bring back more of that time of the two of you doing things that are fun for you, that are things that you enjoy together, that have that are fun for both of you. Like, I think maybe going to concerts, going to music, going to see music, that may be something you both enjoy. I know, Cynthia, you enjoyed that. So, if you both like to do that, like, go to more concerts together, go out and see music together, enjoy these hobbies and interests that you have together, rather than doing things separately. I do see plans for the future. He has plans for the future with you, but you've got to decide. 2 of Wands is a card about planning ahead or planning for the future, having a vision for the future. It's one of the thing that I'm picking up for you, is this vision for the future. So if I were to say, like, he likes this, maybe he likes doing this flirting or doing something like that, but he's still planning for the two of you, a future with the two of you. And so I think the question comes down to you, Cynthia, if you want to, if his flirting is a problem for you, or his talking to other women is a problem for you. If it's a problem for you, you have to have a talk with him. And if there's no change in the behavior, you either are going to have to learn to accept it if you want to be with him, or find somebody that doesn't flirt. That's it. I mean, I think that's, we can always bring up something to our partner or, and bring it up to them and let them know how it makes us feel, and then see if there's a change. But if he is not willing to change this behavior, then you have to make a decision. Do I accept the behavior, or do I find somebody who does not have that behavior? That's the decision to make. And then sometimes, honestly, any of the two cards can be about decision making, choosing between one thing or another. Two of Pentacles, Two of Swords, all of them. So I think that is what's going on. But I can tell you, he's thinking about a future with you. And then our the last card of the cards is the Four of Wands, which is a wedding card, like a happy wedding card, a happy relationship, a relationship that has stability. And this is why I said, oh, it's got a good ending. So I see that he may be planning on spending his life with you, or having this relationship go further. Long distance. Oh, we rarely do anything together. Yeah, you got to find a way. That's why I wonder if he's serious. He doesn't, yeah, I don't get the sense that he's the cheating kind, attention seeking. Indeed. Yeah, I think that's it. And if you trust your relationship, but when you have long distance, it's hard because you don't see each other every day. So you don't know what they're up to every day, so it can get you, I think it can stir something up in you. But if he just is getting attention, likes the attention, but he's always coming home to you, then it's no problem. And I do see this nice outcome of a happy relationship, passionate relationship, happy, joyful relationship for the two of you. So I wouldn't say this is something you want to get rid of unless you just cannot take the flirting anymore. That, some people can't tolerate it. Other people can blow it off, brush it off. It's no big deal. So I think that's the decision part of this whole thing. But I see he's got a future. He's intending that the future is going forward. And maybe the distance is part of the issue of like, well, how do we figure out, does he come to you, or do you go to him? Somebody put Privi Druzi here. Does that you be? Is that the B that I know? Is that our B, Love Witch, writing Privi Druzi, or some other B? Oh, it's so nice. Wonderful. Okay, so we're doing Tarot for Kindness. We're doing live tarot readings, $10 per card, lots of ways that you can make a donation. And 100% of the proceeds goes to feed Ukrainian seniors in Ukraine who are really struggling with getting food on the table. $40 buys 2 weeks worth of groceries, basic groceries for a senior. And Yvonne's the one that's going out, getting the groceries and delivering them. You want to say something, Yvonne?
Actually, not only me. I do this along with my colleagues, but yeah. I am in the head of the process at the moment.
You're the big boss.
Not a big one, of course. I actually don't like to manage a big company because it takes a lot of energy, and it distracts me from the main course, So my limit is 5 to 6 people. This is what was proven by my previous work. So I am a good mid-level manager, but I'm not a strategist.
Well, if you're going to get more grannies, you're going to have to manage more people.
Yeah, at the moment I have two active colleagues, so we still have some reserve in my abilities.
Okay, good to know. John Paul gave $10 and put a cute little emoji that says #1 fan. You are the best. I'm going to see John Paul this weekend because I'm going to be in Denver, Colorado, going to another state for an event. And I'll be seeing John Paul, who's in Colorado. We'll be getting together. One of my clients, so sweet and sweet little friend. He calls me Auntie Pam. Aunt Pam. I'm like his aunt. I'm everybody's auntie. So John Paul, if you have a question, go ahead and type it into chat. Let's see if you did. John Paul says, hi, Aunt Pam and Yvonne. Yvonne's story of Nikolai was so inspiring for my reading. Oh, I'm interested in cloud divination. Are there other magical practices I can attune to? Oh, and then we have okay, well, look at that. But one thing Cynthia said, I'm more of a flirt than him. So if he can tolerate your flirting, you can tolerate his flirting, then you're in good shape. Cynthia, you are so cute. I love that. And then Cynthia, Cynthia G, we're going to do your reading next, okay, after John Paul's. Okay, so let me get that down. Okay, great. Okay, so John Paul, I know John Paul says I'm so looking forward to it. Yeah, we just have to once I land tomorrow, I'll know more about what we're doing, and so I'll know more about our get together. All right. So but we are getting together. Okay. All right. So let's look at other magical practices I can attune to. It's kind of almost like a question, not for the cards, but let's see what the cards have to say. Thank you so much for your donations. Thank you to Cynthia and Jen and Love Witch and Cynthia, other Cynthia, both Cynthias, John Paul. Thank you so much for your donations. This is really making a difference in somebody's life, you know. You guys are making a difference. Oh, interesting. Okay. We have 10 of Wands show up. Okay, I'm going to read this very non-traditionally. Very non-traditionally. There is a practice. There are these, in fact, I have some. Can I go get them and show you what I'm going to talk about? Because it's a better show and tell than it is a description. So hold on.
Okay, sure. And I see two Cynthias here. So most likely I know one of you, and you are my friend on Facebook, but since I have to feel this emptiness in our ether, I have to tell you that please friend me on Facebook. First of all, I will have an opportunity to tag you in my gratitude post. And the second one is that you will know a lot about our work, about a common life in Ukraine, like everyday life, because I post a lot of interesting information here every day. So feel free to friend me, and I will be happy to add you to my friend list.
Yes, and
love what it relates to all the new members, to all new people who see the stream.
Yes, and Love Witch put your PayPal, your Facebook, and your Instagram up on the comments so that people can find you easily. You could just click on that link for the Facebook. It's very easy, but you can also find him on Instagram if you're an Instagram person and friend him there. And there's also the place on PayPal that you can make the donations directly. So you can make a donation here and get a reading, but if you want to, just make a donation without a reading, you can do that as well. Okay, so John Paul, you got 10 of Wands, right? Here's the fortune telling thing you need to try. I'm telling you, this is called Chinese fortune sticks. Now this is kind of vintage. I think it's maybe about 10 years old, maybe older than that, maybe 15 years old, 20 years old, maybe. But this is actually, it sounds super cheesy. It sounds a little goofy, but this is actually a really old fortune telling technique in China that they converted into English. So how these work are this. You take these fortune telling sticks and you shake. Let's see if I can do it. We'll even read your fortune. How's that? You shake until one falls out. So you shake. Oh, okay, here we go. Let's see what your fortune is. Now, the traditional ones usually have like a number on them. I'm pretty sure they have like a number, and then there's a little booklet that you would read what that number means, right? I think I have or used to have a vintage set from like the 1920s. This is a more modern one. You had two that jumped out. This is really interesting. This is a really interesting fortune. So the first one is a foreigner will enrich you. And the second one is a great honor will soon come to you. There's going to be something in your life. You're going to meet someone that's from far away, and there will be a great honor in your life. So this is the fortune sticks. I don't know if you can find these anymore. Maybe you can find a used one on eBay or something like that. Look for Chinese fortune sticks. There's another name for them too, and I can't remember what the name is, but it says it right here, the oldest known method of fortune telling in the world. And I don't doubt it. Can I read you the back of these two? The art of fortune telling developed over thousands of years in China. The ancient art still practiced today throughout the Far East. One of the most popular and oldest methods used to tell your fortune are the fortune sticks. There's another name for them. It's a more authentic name. The enclosed set contains 78 wooden fortune sticks. Each wooden stick has its own unique fortune. To properly tell your fortune, hold the tube in one hand and lightly shake it while tipping the rim forward until one stick protrudes beyond the others. You don't have to wait for it to fall out. This is your fortune. You must shake the tube for yourself and not for others. Well, I did it. Otherwise, the fortune will be incorrect. Well, maybe that is null then. I don't know, John Paul. The original fortunes were written in Chinese poetry. A translation has been made to English from the ancient book of Chinese fortunes. May good luck and good fortune be yours. So look at these, because look at this. He's got a bunch of sticks. That's why this immediately came to mind. Oh, thank you, Love Witch. Kao Chim is the Chinese name. Thank you so much for doing that research. This is why you cannot leave me, Love Witch, because you are like, we're soulmates. We're twins. We're soul twins. I need you in my life. So Kao Chim is the Chinese name. So anyway, so this stick, working with stick divination may be really fun for you. It's very different than cloud divination. Closer to cloud divination would be like tea leaf reading, right? Or wax reading. But this is saying try something like where you're working with these sticks. Could be really, really great. Oh, Love Witch, asparagus reading came to mind for me, right? What's asparagus reading? Can you do that? I don't know. But this would be a fun thing for you to do. I don't know. It'd be a fun thing to explore for you. I think that's a great, great question and a really interesting answer that came up. I like an answer like that because that's not a usual tarot question. And the interesting thing that came from that is I get to do a little show and tell. I collect old fortune telling things. I have lots of old fortune telling devices and things like that. And I love them. They're just fun. All right. Cynthia G. Thank you. Thank you. So let me read some of the comments. We've been getting some comments and I want to read some of these sweet comments to you and then we'll do Cynthia G. So Love Witch says, let's see, getting back there. Okay, let's see. Oh, Vivian says, I'll review the beginning later. Really need to know the last of your saying about trusting that, the Fool card when we were doing Jen's reading. Let's see. Okay, Tasha says hello. B says Privit Druzy, which means hello friends in Ukrainian. But Ivan always corrects my accent. Come on, I'm gonna have an
amendment. Druzy sounds quite
pretty good.
By B you mean B-E-E?
No, just the letter B. Oh, it is B that we know. It is B. It's Love Witch's best friend, B. B does readings, by the way, too, at Parlor of Wonders. And so does the Love Witch. So you guys check them out at Parlor of Wonders. All right. So let's see, another comment. And then Cynthia G, we're going to do your reading. Cynthia G says, great healing energy and big hugs send out to all the grandparents and everyone helping. That's very sweet. John Paul says about the Kao Chim, it sounds really good. Love Witch, you'll have to tell us more about asparagus reading in the chat. I want to know. Did you tell me about that before? I think you mentioned it, but did we talk about it? Do I not remember? John Paul says, maybe we'll go to Chinese dinner instead of sushi on Friday. I'm so excited for the Kao Chim. I'm glad you like it. All right, great. Okay, good. All right, that's a fun thing to do. I mean, I love little fortune telling devices. I collect them. So, all right. So Cynthia's question, Cynthia had a 3-card reading. Are there any messages, a general reading for the next 3 months? Is there something the cards have to tell me? Okay, let's see. General reading for the next 3 months. All right, let's see. I love these open-ended readings. They're kind of fun, you know. I like the questions too. Don't get me wrong. So what we're doing, you guys, if you're just popping in, we're doing Tarot for Kindness. My friend, my Drew, is that right? Me Drew? My friend Ivan Subotin in Kiev raises money so that he can feed and buy groceries for Ukrainian seniors. $40 buys basic groceries for 2 weeks for a Ukrainian senior who might otherwise not be eating. or having to make hard decisions like medicine or food. So this is a wonderful thing. You come to people who are, have illnesses, have, handicaps or things, disabilities that they're dealing with. They have no way to earn money because they're seniors. They aren't working. They just have pensions, but the pensions don't cover the cost of living. And so you are making a huge difference in these people's lives. And 100% of your donation that you make today goes to feed these seniors. So you are making a huge impact on these seniors' lives. It's pretty amazing. Thank you so much, you guys. Every donation is a blessing, and you will be blessed by your donations. It's really something very, very, very good. Good karma, right? Okay. Let's see what we have here. So Cynthia G. Oh, sweet. Very sweet. Okay, next 3 months. Next 3 months. This is nice. I'd love all three of these cards. I want all three of these cards to show up in all of my readings. Okay, first card is 10 of Pentacles. 10 of Pentacles, traditionally in the traditional Rider-Waite, shows a little family, actually an extended family. It shows a grandpa, husband and wife, kids, dogs, all living in this villa. So this, and then there's the this shape of these pentacles. And this shape is the tree of life in Kabbalah. So there's a lot of deep, rich meaning in this card. And for you, Cynthia, it feels like blessings coming down to you to bring stability in your home life, to bring a sense of home, blessings of family, blessings of the ancestors, all of this coming into your life, really drawing down these blessings. When I think of the tree of life, the tree of life shape conceptually represents like our connection to divine energy, our connection to this, to spirit, to the highest form of spirit, right? But we can also connect up. We can also drawing down those blessings. Because it's family, there's a little family here. We've got like little pumpkin family, right? There's a couple pumpkins there and pumpkin there. So it's also a card of like family and generations. So this is like blessings on you, blessings on the ones who brought you into this world, blessings on anyone that you are taking care of. That can be, it could be kids, it could be animals or anything like that. But this is like that continuity of that, but blessings in that family line. This can also mean legacy as well, like you're doing something in the next 3 months that's going to last beyond your lifetime. So this can be something that you're creating, something that you're doing that's going to be blessing the generations to come or blessing others that are around you beyond your lifetime even. So I think there's something pretty big and momentous opening up for you with all of this, that there's something that you're going to be embarking on, starting, or doing that's going to have a lasting impact in some way. Second card, super sweet and fun. 3 of Cups. 3 of Cups, it shows these 3 little witches, 2 pumpkin witches and a cat witch, all having a little tea party on their brooms. Adorable, having fun. So this card in the traditional deck is 3 women dancing around together. It's celebration of harvest. There's a harvest with lots of fruits and things like that. So this represents great success and celebration of success. It really feels like there's going to be, it's not celebrating your own success, like, look what I did, but together with others, celebrating a success of some kind. This also has to do with socializing and seeing people and getting together with friends or loved ones that we have a good time with, people that love us, because cups represent the emotions and love, and that feeling of joy in getting together with our friends, laughing, dancing, talking, having a good time. So there's some opportunity in the next 3 months that you're going to either be celebrating the success of some project that you're working on with people that you love, or just purely just celebrating that you're getting together with your friends and having a great time and enjoying that. Last one is Ace of Cups. So cups, again, represent emotions and the heart and love. also psychic ability and spirit and all of that. But Ace of Cups represents new love in your life. So new love can be a romantic partnership. It can be a little baby in your life. It can be a new pet. It can be a new friend. But what the Ace of Cups represents is a true heart connection, a real connection of the heart, a true love. We can have true love with, oh, my cats are gone. I was going to say I have true love with my cats, my kids, my friends, my partner. It's all true love, right? So depending on what's going on in your life right now, what I see in the next 3 months is that new love coming into your life, whatever form it takes. It is going to fulfill your heart so much because this represents the true essence, the pure essence of love, like a true heart connection, not just somebody that's fun to do things with or somebody that's gonna, I don't know, just sort of halfway be there. But this represents a real deep heart connection. So a new heart connection opening up for you, fun celebration of success with wonderful friends, and building a legacy. That's a pretty busy 3 months for you, Cynthia G. I think that's really good. Let's see what Cynthia has to say about it. Oh. Oh my gosh, you guys are so funny. Let's see. Okay. Well, Cynthia, jump in and see if that makes sense. All right. So we have Tasha. Oh, wonderful. Thank you, Tasha. So Tasha here, write what you sent to PayPal and how much you sent to PayPal and what your question is. And Ruxandra says, I sent PayPal for 3 cards. Wonderful. So Tasha, let me write this down. I think Tasha is next. And then Cynthia, does it make sense to you? Does that make sense to you? You're doing big things the next 3 months, Cynthia. That's all I can say. But big things that are going to be so emotionally fulfilling. So this is Ruxandra. Okay. And Ruxandra had 3 cards. Tasha, just let us know what your question is. And Ruxandra, let us know what your question is. Okay. Oh, and John Paul sent 20. So let's get John Paul. John Paul, you want another question? Okay, let us know what your question is. Thank you so much, John Paul. John Paul's so cute, sending these little emojis that I love so much, these little pictures. So the Love Witch says about asparagus readings, I think there's only one person who does asparagus readings, and she does it to predict the futures of the British royal family. Oh my gosh, that's so funny. Now I'm going to research this a little bit more, Love Witch. I need to find out more. Okay, so Soul Power Tarot and Coaching. So Soul Power, you sent $50. So there's 5. Wonderful. Thank you so much. Oh, Cynthia says it makes great sense. Definitely connected to me. Wonderful. Like I always want to know, is that making sense, or do you need to explain more? Or do you have questions? Yes, Love Witch is saying thank you so much to everyone who is donating. Wonderful. Okay, so all right. I have to get onto PayPal. You're making me go onto PayPal. I have to do it to find the question. Hold on a second. So what is the plan for today, Yvonne? Who are you going to go see today? What's going to happen while I'm looking at my PayPal? Because that's going to take a minute.
It depends on the amount of money, of course. So
well, you're going to have enough for, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 grannies at least, and we might get more.
Actually, I have some extra donation from my friends from yesterday. So anyway, the result will be good today.
Great. That's wonderful.
Soul Power. I think I know you, but I'm not sure. Maybe we have had a communication on Instagram. Please correct me if I'm wrong. If we didn't have, please friend me on Facebook.
Okay, let's see what we got here. Okay, we did get them. All right, Cynthia G. Okay. So who's not? Oh, okay, for Tasha. Okay, so Tasha. Did we get you, Tasha? Great. Okay, so Tasha's question. So it's 3-card reading for Tasha. Um, let's see. All right. Okay, so Tasha has a 3-card reading. The question is, what do you see coming in for me career-wise, feeling stuck and burned out at my current job? And what does Spirit want me to know in general? That's a great question. All right. Let me get back into our chat over here. Wonderful. Thank you, Tasha. All right. Okay. Oh, interesting. Oh, it gets even more interesting. All right. Here's what I'm seeing here. First thing is Knight of Pentacles. Knight of Pentacles, that remember we talked about the 4 knights earlier in our when we were talking about the 4 knights. So Knight of Pentacles, if you notice the Knight of Pentacles in this one, I'm going to show you here because it's really good to it's really apparent when we see it here. Knight of Pentacles is not moving. He's not going anywhere. He's staying put or moving very slow. So what that tells me first, Tasha, you want change and you're feeling burnt out. You may be tempted to just quit and figure it out as you go along. But this card is saying stick with it a little bit longer. Not because you're meant to be sticking with it, but you're going to be doing this, which is transitioning to another job or another career that you really love, because that's the 3rd card, the Ace of Cups, but we'll get back to that one in a second. So the first step is this: be wise, be the tortoise and the hare, be slow to make your change. You don't want to jump or make a quick decision and then have no foundation, right? No money coming in. They always say that saying, the best time to be looking for your job is when you already have a job, right? When you don't have a job, you make decisions that are desperate. You might just take any job because you need to pay the bills and all of that. So hang on to this job, but let's think of this job that you're burnt out on, that you don't like, as your foundation for finding your great work, for finding your great job. I have a funny feeling that this job is either going to be a business that you start or a job that you work at part-time that then turns into full-time, because that's this 2 of Pentacles energy. It's overlapping, the 2 jobs. They're overlapping with the terrible, let's call it the terrible job, and the good new career overlaps a little bit. You've got your job that you're doing now, but you're going to bring up that new job, or you're going to bring up that business that you start. So it could be a side hustle. It could be a part-time job. It could be a little business that you're starting. But when you make the transition, it's because the new thing allows you to make as much money as the old thing did. That's an important, wise piece of advice coming from the cards. Now let's talk about this one. Ace of Cups. The new job, this is what the old job doesn't have. Your heart is not in it, right? You're not feeling engaged at your heart level. And this is what you need for the new job. This is a wonderful new job. I don't think this job is very far away. In fact, I feel it's like maybe a matter of a few months away. So it doesn't feel, I'm not saying hang on to this old job for the next 10 years. That's not what I'm saying. The new position, the new job, the part-time job, the business, or whatever it is that makes your heart sing is close by. You're going to do that, and you're going to make enough money at that you can leave the crummy job behind. But instead of going, the reason this is such wise advice is because what the cards are telling you, what Spirit is telling you about this is, don't just leave a bad job to go to another job that's the same thing, that doesn't fulfill your heart. That's a decision that's not a great decision. Check with your heart. What does your heart want? What does your emotions want? I can remember, I'm going to give an example from my own life, just so for illustration purposes. I worked in garment industry, And I remember thinking, what am I doing in this world? I'm making more clothes. I'm making more shoes. I'm selling shoes. I'm selling clothes. This to me did not feel like an opportunity that made my heart sing. So I started teaching because I could make a difference in a kid's life or an adult's life. And that to me was so much better. Now, I love clothes. I love fashion. I love clothing. I'm interested in art and clothing and design. But my heart didn't. My heart wanted to do something more impactful in the world, right? Of more importance in the world, not because I want to do important things, because I want to make a difference in people's lives. So that's what my heart told me to do. Your heart might be telling you to do something totally different. Your heart may say do art, or your heart may say do music, or your heart may say build a business, or your heart may say go into banking. It's your heart. So no one can decide for you but you. Your heart will know what makes your heart feel warm inside, what makes you feel purposeful in life. That's what you're looking for. And that's what you're going to find. And not far from now. I feel like it's a few months from now. But the process is a kind of a slow process because you're going to start the heart-centered thing and overlap it with your current job. And then eventually you'll be able to get rid of the other job very seamlessly. So I hope that makes sense to you. I hope that makes sense. Cynthia, let me know. Oh my gosh, you're
So,
so sweet. Cynthia says, you have helped me so much on the past few years on my magical path. You're my teacher. Thank you so much, Cynthia. Cynthia, maybe it's doing magic. Maybe magic is your heart's desire. Maybe magic it was what fills your heart.
it
So
was,
now,
it was, I'm sorry, it was Tasha's question.
oh, Tasha. Sorry, Tasha. I'm sorry. I'm saying Cynthia. I'm losing my mind. Sorry, you guys. Thank you, Yvonne. You're keeping me on track. Tasha. Tasha, yes. So what is it that makes your heart sing? That's what you got to be looking for, Tasha. Wonderful. So let me know how that resonates with you. Do you have an idea for that thing that makes your heart sing, or you're feeling like, I don't know what it is? If you don't know what it is, I'm going to give you a super secret hack to find out what makes your heart sing. This you guys can all use. If you're ever in a moment where like, I don't know what I want to do. I don't know where I want to go. I don't know what hobby I want to do. I don't know what makes me happy. Do this. Go to a library and look in the nonfiction section. Start at 0 and go all the way to 999. Start at the beginning and go all the way through. And you're not going to look at every single book, but within those numbers, I'm a former librarian, so this is why I say this. As you go through those numbers, you're going to see everything in human experience is going to show up there, from tarot and magic and all of those things to art, to plants and biology and botany and mathematics. Everything is there, right? There are going to be some sections you look at and you go, not interested in that. For me, the math part, forget it. I don't want to look at those books. I don't want to open one of those books. It has no interest for me. But the art section does. The section about plants does. The section about magic and tarot for sure does. Making things does. So it helps you to sort of see what it repels you and what attracts you. And if you can see which section of books attracts you, you might pull out the books and see. If you are so attracted to that section that you start pulling out books and looking at them, that's a hint of what you should be doing in your life. And then you have to figure out a way to make that happen, right? Bookstores are good for that too, but bookstores don't have everything like a library does. Like, I think a library is a little bit better because it really has popular and unpopular. Bookstore is only going to have popular, you know? So that's why I like it a little bit more. But you could do it in a bookstore. It's great because if you walk into a bookstore, what section of the bookstore do you like to go to? That can tell you what could be your heart's desire, your heart's passion, right, Tasha? So you have your mission. Oh, so perfect. Tasha says, I don't know what I'm drawn to. Then do what I say. Go to the library or go to a bookstore and see where you gravitate to. What books do you gravitate to? What do you want to look at? What draws you in? You can tell what you don't like, and you can tell what you do like. And a library is great because it's free. You can spend as much time as you want there. And this would take maybe an hour or two, not that long. Maybe you'll spend more time there, but see what areas are intriguing to you. If, for example, you are drawn to the plants section with all this information about trees and plants and things like that, okay, I'm interested in plants. Now I can think, what could be a career working with plants? You could be a biologist, a botanist. You could be a florist. You could be a landscaper. You could be all kinds of things. You could be working with herbs. You could be a herbalist. I mean, there's lots of things. So it's like the broad thing that will lead you to the ideas. Ah, Tasha says, I'm definitely going to the library this week. I love it. I love it. It's such a wonderful way to spend a couple of hours. Really, really beautiful. Okay, so next we have John Paul has 2 cards. Thank you so much, John Paul. Thank you so much, Tasha. Thank you so much, John Paul. You have 2 cards and you wanted to know what is going on. Let's see, where we go. I saw it. Where did I see it? Oh, how is my taking care, helping my family, mom and uncle looking for this reading? Okay, let's see. Okay. Oh, it's so sweet. You're taking care of some seniors too, Jean Paul, just like Yvonne does. But you know your senior's maybe a little better. Okay. Oh my gosh, so cute. Look at this. The Empress and the King of Pentacles. So adorable. So adorable. Okay. So let's talk. I mean, this is like directly about your mom. I mean, the Empress is the mom card and the King of Pentacles, the uncle. I mean, this could not be more accurate or more point. All right. So let's talk about each of them. King of Pentacles. This is your uncle. King of Pentacles is about health. I mean, Pentacles can be about health. They can be about sense of stability, sense of security. I think your uncle feels a sense of security for you, and the help that you're giving him is actually improving his health or maintaining his health. This is a beautiful card to show up. The King of Pentacles can often be very generous, and so I feel like your uncle is very appreciative of the work that you do. And whether he expresses it or doesn't express it, at the core soul level, he is very appreciative of what you do. You are helping him to feel a sense of safety, a sense of security, and a sense of improving his health. Now, also too, the King of Pentacles, if you're asking what is it, how is it looking? I think he's like, this is a nice, even card. So like that, like over the coming months, things are going to be like this level. There's not going to be any drama or anything like that. This is a very stable card, a very even card. So whatever's going on for him now, it's probably going to continue for the next several months at least, with you helping to take care of him. So there's this lovely appreciation and a lovely stability with that King of Pentacles. Mom, so sweet. Oh. Empress card does represent mom. And when we see the Empress card showing up in this reading, there's also a sense of comfort and ease. So I do think you're bringing a lot of comfort, a lot of ease to your mom. This is also a card of love because we've got this little heart-shaped rock here with the Venus symbol on it, if you can see that there. And so this represents love as well. So your mom loves you and adores you. I'm sure you're the apple of her eye. And this expression of love, of helping her and taking care of her, is so wonderful. I think you're bringing a lot of physical comfort to her, but also emotional comfort for her, that she feels taken care of by you, that you're doing a great job in taking care of both, your uncle and your mom. And it's very sweet energy. And the other thing about the Empress card too, is that there's a lot of creativity with the Empress. There's a lot of plants growing. There's these wheat stalks that are showing up here, and trees with leaves on them, and little plants and flowers, and this river running by, and this cute little mushroom that she's sitting on. So it's a lot of growth energy. So if I were to say anything that you could bring to your mom, it's maybe ways that she can express her creativity. Does she like to do crafts? Is she able to do crafts? I don't know where she is or if she's able, has a disability or not, but maybe it's something like knitting or crocheting or maybe painting or drawing or coloring in a coloring book. But bringing some crafts in to do with her could be a lot of fun. Maybe help her with something or remind her of something or give her a little project, creative project to work on would be a lovely thing to bring to her. So I don't know. You tell me, John Paul, does she like to do, is she a crafty kind of person or is there something creative that she like? I mean, it could be music, singing. I mean, it could be a lot of things, anything creative though for her would be extra good. So good. Okay, let's see. Oh, okay. So Soul Power Tarot and Coaching says, yes, we did, Yvonne. You are correct. So you did connect with Soul Power Tarot.
On Instagram, I believe.
Oh, Instagram. Okay. Okay. So great. All right. So Soul Power Tarot. My question is, all right. So, and we have Ruxandra too. Ruxandra, do you have your question in there? Oops. Let's see. All right. Let me see in my PayPal. Hold on a second. Oh, it makes me log in all the time. Sorry, guys.
While you're doing this, I have to tell something to Roxandra. I know I saw your post about what. I won't mention it here. So just not to make the life of Madame Pamita easier. Maybe your question will be about this.
Okay. All right. So first we're going to do Ruxandra. So Ruxandra says, I just need an update on my relationship. After 2 weeks of complete silence, he reached out to me. Remember, this is the one we've been talking about each week. And I said, he's going to reach out to you, explaining everything he went through and told me how much he missed me. Your past readings were 100% accurate about what he was going through. I just want to know how things will go with us from here, if he will come see me soon. Anything you can tell me. Yep. I just felt like he was in his cave. That's what I felt like. He was trying to figure out and solve problems. I remember that's what we discussed. So, yeah. All right. Thank you. I love, every reader loves to hear they're 100% accurate. We're not always 100% accurate, but it's nice to hear, we do our best. Right. All right. So let's see. And Ruxandra, you had a 3-card reading, I think. Yeah. Okay. All right. Thank you so much to Ruxandra, Tasha, Cynthia G, John Paul, Cynthia R, Love Witch, Jen, and our ones that are coming up, Soul Power and Soul Power is our next one. Okay. Let's see what we got here. Okay. Okay, here's what we've got. All right, first card. First card is Page of Pentacles. I think in primarily what's going to sort of set this relationship going forward in a steadier way is money. Believe it or not, I think there's something he's dealing with that has to do with money that's going on for him, and that's what he's concerned about. So if he maybe needs a better job or more income coming in, or is trying to figure out his money situation, I think that once that money situation is resolved, I think that he will be able to focus on your relationship more. So I think, Page of Pentacles, you can look at the Page of Pentacles, this cute little beat, and he's looking at his coin. Like that's where his mind is at right now. So whether he's dealing with that legal stuff that he's dealing with or job situation, but right now what his focus on is job. I would say that's where his main focus is. Not 100%. He loves you. He cares about you. He misses you. But I think that is really on the forefront of his mind. How do I get out of my financial situation or get into a better financial situation? I mean, it could mean all kinds of things too. in terms of like his ability to see you or spend time with you could be dependent on money. So if you have opportunities to get together, why not do some things that don't cost a lot of money? You can make a dinner at home together instead of going out to eat. Going out to eat is very expensive, but you can make a dinner at home and have fun and enjoyment and pleasure, and it won't be quite as, it won't be so much money. You can also, find fun things to do, a picnic in the park, going for a hike, all kinds of things that don't cost lots of money. So if you are able to get together, I think there's a distance thing for the two of you too. So when you're able to get together, find things that are enjoyable, that allow you to spend time, that are fun, but aren't expensive. And I think if you introduce these things, like say, hey, why don't you come over for dinner and we'll make dinner together, or why don't we go for a hike on the weekend? If you introduce these ideas, it will take some of the financial pressure off of him, because he's feeling some focus on finances right now. The other thing that I see is that things will improve. We have the judgment card. Judgment card shows, like, actually this card is a combination of what I always say about the judgment card in the Rider-Waite-Smith deck. The Rider-Waite's, I'm going to show, I love comparing these decks, because when you can compare the decks, you can tell you more about, okay, here we go. Here's the card. All right, so here's the card in the traditional Rider-Waite-Smith deck. I always say this is the zombie apocalypse. The angel Gabriel's blowing his horn, but people are coming out of their coffins, but they're coming out whole. They're coming out, and this old concept of Judgment Day is that Angel Gabriel would blow his horn, and the good people would get to go to heaven with their bodies. Their bodies would get to go to heaven. So it's like heaven, but even better. It's like earth, but even better, because you get your body that you have on earth, but you get to be in heaven where all is well, right? So that concept to me is about an evolution. Hi, Judy. It's that evolution of coming. I always say it's a little bit like a butterfly coming out of a cocoon. We have the caterpillar, the cocoon, and then the cocoon is almost like a coffin, which the caterpillar disintegrates completely and then becomes the butterfly. And then the butterfly comes out. And if you look at this, we have these little butterflies coming out of these coffins. There is an evolution that happens from caterpillar to butterfly. So what I'm seeing here is that what feels tight, what feels like that cocoon or that coffin or that box that the two of you are in, you are going to be free of that. You are going to be, the relationship is going to evolve. The relationship is going to be much better. So I think that where things are now is not the way things are always going to be. And that your relationship is going to have this freedom, this expansion, this evolution in a very positive way. Now, the thing that is the third card is the moon card. So the moon card can be about trust and going forward. Because if you look at this little turtle, he's got a pathway, and he's going between the rabbit and the owl down the path to receive the blessings of that beautiful full moon. That pathway, though, even with a full moon, we cannot see too far in front of us, right? If you go and walk in the moonlight and there's no street lights, you can only see 3 or 4 or 5 feet in front of you. You cannot see like you can when the sun is shining, right? Sun is shining, we can see all the way down the street, but at nighttime, we can only see a little bit in front of us. So it requires us to have trust to walk that path. And this relationship is requiring you to have trust that you can't see the far future in this relationship, but you can see the immediate future. And you have to walk that path with trust. That's the message for you. So the good news is the way things are now is not the way it's always going to be. It's going to expand. I think he's really worried about money. He's worried about finances, and maybe even worried about his own stability. But there's going to be an opening up. It's going to improve, and you have to have that trust in walking that path. All right. Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you, Ruxandra. Okay, now we're going to look at Soul power. Soul power. Okay, soul power. Thank you so much. Oh, you're so sweet. Do you want to send us your question? Send us your question. Let's see if your question is up here. I got it. I got your payment. Thank you so much. You're so welcome, Rusandra. Oh, and Ruxandra says, so funny. Both of our middle names are Gabriel, Gabriella, and Gabriel. That's interesting. Yeah, with the angel and the angel Gabriel there. Okay, Soul Power Tarot. Question is, how will things go with the new house I'm going to see on Friday? What do I need to know for my highest good? Okay, this is 5-card reading. Wonderful. Okay, thank you so much. For those of you who are just joining us, we're doing Tarot for Kindness. I'm doing tarot readings for $10 per card. 100% of that money that you donate is going to feed Ukrainian seniors. This is the project of Ivan Subotin, my compatriot, right?
Yeah.
Ivan? Oh, I'm looking at the wrong picture. I'm like, why is he not responding? It's because I'm looking at the time delayed one. I'm like, what? So Ivan buys groceries for seniors in Ukraine who are very desperate for food, and he delivers those groceries. A lot of these are seniors who are disabled or can't get around, and so this is a wonderful service that he's doing. Amidst all of the invasion and all the crap with that.
Actually, not only groceries, although this is our main theme, but we also buy medicines, warm blankets, clothes, everything on demand. If we can afford this, we buy this.
Yeah. And you have sometimes it's like Alexandria, who has the dog. You bought a little dog food for her,
Of course,
so it's like everything is
we buy food
personalized.
for pets owners, of course.
Yeah, because those pets are so important. They're like their little companions. Okay, Soul Power Tarot and Coaching. Oh my gosh, it's so lovely. I'm going to read to you like I read to tarot readers. I read to tarot readers a little bit different. I kind of read a little, like we understand what the symbols are. So, all right, let's see what we got here. Thank you so much for your generous donation. Thank you, all of you, for your generous donations. We're going to feed a few grannies today, aren't we, Yvonne?
I will tell the total number in the end of our session.
Yeah, I've been keeping
notes. But it looks like it will be a good day.
It'll be a good day today. And you had a peaceful night last night, which is good. You got some sleep.
Yeah.
I asked him. That's the first thing I asked him because, oh boy, in Kyiv, it's been really hell. Okay, let's see what we got here. Okay, here we go. This is fascinating. I put the cards in at random and then I shuffle them and some cards appear again. I love this. I love this. I love this. I love this. Okay, so let's talk about your new house. First of all, are you moving? You're looking at your house, but it's a real move for you. Knight of Wands. If we look at Knight of Wands, he's traveling to lands far away, right? These Egyptian pyramids in the background. He's not from Egypt. He's traveling to a new place. So I do see this energy of passion, enthusiasm, optimism, and courage in moving. There's a lot of courage in moving. One of the interpretations I think of the Knight of Wands, he's the fire knight. If you think about a fire knight in our modern day, who is that? Who would you, Ivan, if you were to describe a job in the 21st century, that's a fire knight, who is that?
Fire knight, you mean knight as a horseman or knight as...
Knight as a horseman. Yeah, knight as a horseman.
Fire knight. I have no clue.
Oh, when I tell you, you're going to know. Firefighters, the guys who go and fight the fires, right?
Yeah.
I think of those as being like the fire knights, right? A knight has to go fight in a battle or fight in, he's a warrior, right? But we have fire knights in every country, which are the firefighters. Now, think about this for a second. When a firefighter goes into a building, do you think he isn't afraid? If the building's really on fire and he has to go in, let's say, and rescue somebody, how do you think he feels, Yvonne?
I think that it's silly not to be afraid of obvious danger. But I think that he is afraid as every normal person, but he is trained to, to stop this feeling because he has to make some work.
Adrija is asking, can she do a reading? Go ahead, Adrija, make a donation. We'll do a reading. We sit here until all the readings are done. Don't worry about that. You are 100% correct, Yvonne. 100% exactly what I was going to say. A firefighter going into a burning building, it would be abnormal if he didn't have a fear or worry about going into the building. However, you are 100% correct. He's trained to be able to go in and not, like, he lets his training take over. The training takes over because he's been trained, or she, we have female firefighters, they have been trained to go in, right? They know what, and they trust their training. I know what to do. I know what to look for. And they're wise, they're not doing anything crazy, right? So my message for you, Soul Power Tarot, is feel the fear and do it anyway. You might be a little bit nervous about moving, or anxious about moving, or anxious about this whole process, but you're ready for this because it looks great. I'm telling you, it looks great. So when you feel that feeling of like, oh, am I doing the right thing? Did I make the right choice? Or is this the right thing? Feel the fear and do it anyway, because you were made for this. You were made for this, right? So lean into it, in other words. All right, Page of Swords is showing up. I think that there's some indecision here, and that may be why the Knight of Wands is showing up, because you might be like, should I do it? Should I not do it? One of the messages of Page of Swords is like, he's holding the sword to the right, but he's looking to the left. So it's almost like you're second guessing yourself. You made a decision, you're doing it, and now you're looking back. Did I make the right decision? But the Page of Swords is not looking back at anything or forward to anything terrible. This is not a terrible decision, but there's a natural sort of feeling when we make a big decision. Did I do the right thing? Did I do the right thing? Questioning myself, right? I think that's that energy. But that Knight of Wands is telling you what energy you want to bring to that situation. It's like, feel the anxiety of that decision, but push forward, right? Oh, Soul Power Tarot and Coaching says, yes, I am. You're absolutely right. All right. So perfect. All right. Oh, Ferial. It's Ferial. Okay, great. Wonderful. Thank you, Ferial, for reminding me. So yes. So you are feeling a little bit anxious about it, but you're doing the right thing, and just push forward with it. Again, look at the Moon card. We just had the Moon card show up. So the Moon card is that card about trusting in this process, because you can't foresee far ahead. You can't foresee, and really nothing bad is happening, so there's nothing to foresee. But in terms of this trust, it's like you have to just step and deal with what's right in front of you. So there may be things, I think in any home buying experience, there's going to be surprises that happen. Oh, you have to repair something. Oh, there's this document that you have to file, and so on and so forth. So you have to just take care of each thing as it comes. You're perfectly capable of taking care of those things. So this is not like it's going to be too much for you, or you can't do it, or you're going to fail in any way, but you just have to deal with the thing that's right in front of you at each step of this thing. You can't, I'm not surprised that this card came up, because this is like the home buying process. You have another thing you have to do. You have this one, you have that one, this license to get, this document to fill out, the small repair to make, or whatever it is. I think that's what we're seeing with the Moon. We also have the Judgment card coming up. Judgment card, as we talked about before, is the expansion, right? The evolution. I think what is we are looking at with your new house is this is going to feel so good when you get into it. So good and so expansive, so wonderful. And the evolution of this is going to be wonderful. You're going to feel like these little beautiful butterflies, you know, like so beautiful and free and joyful. So I see this as really being a wonderful experience for you. And in terms of this, you know, you just have the practical things that you have to take care of, but have that courage, feel the fear and do it anyway, lean into it. When I'm feeling afraid lately, maybe the past 5 years or so, I think of Xena the Warrior Princess, which was a TV show. Judy's laughing.
I know this, by the way.
You know that show? She's
Mhm.
amazing, right? She's so strong and, you know, she's fearless and courageous. And so when I feel afraid, I think, what would Xena do? Xena would go, I'm going to take this on. I'm 10 guys around me. I'm going to use my sword and I'm going to. So, right. So when I feel afraid, I call up a figure for me. You might have an iconic figure, Wonder Woman or anything, Fariel, that is like your icon that you can call on when you need courage. It could be a goddess. It could be anything. But for me, Xena, I just think of her with like the sword and there's 10 guys with swords and she kicks all their butts. So what's better than that? Your last card is the Magician. I love this for you, Fariel. Beautiful card. This is such an empowered card. I also think that bringing magic into this wouldn't be a bad idea. When you move into your new house, why not bless your house? Do a blessing. You can burn incense or herb bundles, or you can light a candle. You could put crystals in your house. I mean, whatever is speaks to you in terms of your magic. Bring your magic to your house. You know, I'm gonna do a little. B says yes, Zena. I'm gonna do a little plug here because we have the Cancer, the July Cancer new moon is the home sweet home spell, which is about bringing love, happiness, abundance. Judy's making lots of like yummy noises over there. It's about bringing the all of this good stuff to your home and this happiness to your home. So you're going to be doing that. I can tell, Fariel, you're going to be doing that new moon spell. This is like the perfect thing to do is to bring that. Yes, I will. And I did the happy house one a couple of days ago. Wonderful. Well, this is going to be wonderful. And I think that your magic in it is really going to make, I mean, think about those cartoons where they like bippity boppity boo and they just bring the magic in everywhere. This is a beautiful canvas for you to do your magic on, is this beautiful house. So you have to trust the process. It's going to be a beautiful, wonderful experience ultimately, but each little step that you have to do, just have courage in each of those steps. Yeah. Oh my gosh. I burned a yellow house candle from Parlor of Wonders to sell my house. Wonderful. I love it. That house candle is like a magic house candle. Nobody else has it. This is our exclusive, that house candle. It's a very special one. Um, Okay, it's a viewing. I'm hoping to move there. Oh, wonderful. So it really feels like the process could open up for you if it's just a viewing, you're looking at it. Like lean into it. Don't get intimidated by the process of buying a house. It looks like it's an open path for you, but you have to do several things. So just lean into it. Be Xena, be, you know, Athena, or whoever you want to pull up as your goddess, your archetype. It could be anybody, but who you feel like is that strength and that. Love Witch says, I burned so many of those house candles. So good for so many needs. Yeah, those house candles are great. Oh, wonderful. Yeah, they're really beautiful. Okay, so let's see. Adrija made the donation. Thank you, Adrija. Okay, let's get you in here. I think there was another person who made a donation. No? Was there anybody else? Maybe that's it.
I'm making a donation.
Oh, you want a reading too, Judy?
Ed McMahon is making a donation.
Okay, Judy, you're gonna have to come and sit next to me if you're making
really?
a donation. Yeah, but let me do Adrija's first, and then we'll do yours, okay? And then maybe we'll wrap up in 15 minutes. Let's see. So Adrija, tell me your question and how much you donated. Oh, this is wonderful. I got an offer today, but it burns so nice. I love the two flames. It's so sweet. Oh, thank you, Love Witch. Put the link to the candle if you want to see it. Yes, there are a few steps. Yeah. You just have to have courage in those few steps and don't second guess yourself. Just go forward. Okay. So Adrija, tell us what your question is. Let me know. Okay, so 4 cards. Okay. And then what's your question? Go ahead and type your question in. You guys are the best. Oh my gosh. You guys are so cute. Oh, thank you so much. You guys are amazing. You're feeding seniors in Ukraine. It's amazing. So we've got
290.
you're faster at math than me. How's that?
Because I write everything. I write down everything.
6. So it's 2, what is it? 290?
And
Yeah.
I'm doing a 5
Oh,
card.
and then Judy's doing a 5
I'm
card.
doing 5 card.
Judy's doing a 5
50
card.
bucks. 50 bucks.
So we're gonna have 340. How many grannies is that? You have to do the math, Yvonne.
8.
8 and a little bit more,
Mhm.
right? Okay. All right. Oh, Adrija wants to know about love life. Anyone from past or new potential coming up? Oh, we have another one. Julia Sensia. No, it's not too late to donate for a reading. We stay here until the tap stops pouring. So I do have to pack my bag at some point tonight because I'm traveling tomorrow. But yeah, you can. Okay, so Julia, look at the links above to make a donation. $10 per card. So if you want a 1 card reading, $10, 2 card reading, $20, and so on, up to whatever you want. There you go. Thank you, Love Witch. All right, so Drija, reading about love life, anyone from past or new potential coming up. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is do past or future. We're gonna have 2 cards for the past, 2 cards for the future, and then we're gonna see. All right, that's the way we're gonna run it today. All right. All right, here we go. Past. Past. And future. All right, so here's what we've got from the past. Interesting. There's a possibility from the past, but it's a little, here's our 2 cards of the past. Queen of Cups and 3 of Wands. This is a perhaps a little problematic from the past because 3 of Wands represents somebody who's far away, like overseas, lives very far away from you. So this is a bit of a challenge. Now, psychically, you may have a link to this person. Even emotionally, you may have a link to this person. I think I know who this is. Could be soul, a soulmate, one of our soulmates, but they're too far away physically. They live too far away. You can't have a relationship with this person because they're so far away, but your heart is with them, right? Their heart is with you, your heart is with them, but they're too far away geographically. They live too far away. And I think we know who this one is because we've talked about this one many times, this soulmate from the past, but they're living far away, right? Not available to you. And so I think that's something, if we were to look at the 3 of Wands, it's like, it's going to take a long time for them to get to the place where the 2 of you could be together. So it may not be in your best interest to focus on that relationship from the past. Let's look at the cards of the future. Aha! We've got 2 choices in cards of the future. We've got King of Pentacles and Page of Pentacles. All right, so this to me looks like 2 different guys that look like they have potential. One of them may be more stable than the other one. I think we've had King of Pentacles come up for us recently, didn't we? King of Pentacles is like stable, solid, strong, the rock you can rely on. Page of Pentacles is on their way, but they're not there yet. This is somebody who may not be quite ready for a relationship, but wants to get to know you. You might see a little bit of potential in them, but does potential mean that they're going to be that thing? It just means potential, right? So you'll have 2 choices going forward. One is more serious, more stable, somebody who is ready for a serious commitment. This one might think that they're ready for a serious commitment, or you might see the potential in them, but they're not quite there yet. So you've got to make that decision going forward, which one you want. I would say go with this one. And this one you can have maybe a nice friendship with, right? Okay. Yes, I'm talking about, yes, G. So that's the one I'm talking about. Yeah. I think that's the one from the past where you have that, psychic link, that soul connection, but too far away, Um, oh, I had a bad dream after the video you sent me. I saw you in my dream. Oh, I'm so sorry. It's so nice. Thank you so much, Adrija. Okay, Julia, do you have I think Julia, did you make a donation? Thank you, Adrija. Oh yeah, you will run. That's a good idea. I think that one is just, you'll try again in the next lifetime, right? That's what you'll do, to have another lifetime where you can try it. Julia's donated. Oh, Judy. We haven't forgotten you, Judy. We'll do Julia and then we'll do Judy. How's that? Are you okay with that?
Yeah.
I don't see your wallet. I don't see your wallet out.
Well, wait, it's right here. Right here. I have a cat on top of me.
I'm joking.
I'll Venmo.
I know. I think you're good for it.
Yeah, I'll Venmo it to you.
Okay. Julia. So Julia's about job career. What is coming up? Yes. Okay. Thank you, Julia. Thank you all of you for your donations. Adrija, Julia, Amira, let's see. Ferial, Adrija, John, Julia, Ferial, Roxandra, Tasha, Cynthia, John Paul, I'm sorry, Cynthia G, Cynthia R, Love Wish, Jen. Thank you, all of you guys. This is so awesome. You guys are the best. All right, Julia, looking at job and career. Thank you for your generous $50 donation. That's a 5-card reading. Good job. All right. Okay. All right, let's see what we got here. Okay. Job and career. Oh, yeah, you got to get out. You got to make a change. I feel like a change is on the horizon. A good one. A good one. Oh my gosh, this is really great. Okay. All right. So first thing I see is the devil card showing up. Devil card is power struggles, issues with power, oppression. I feel like maybe your current job is not working for you. There's a devil card showing up. You might have a mean boss. It might be too oppressive. Just the work environment might be too much. It's like there's something there, that there's some power struggle of some kind at work. Devil card can mean, like, it doesn't necessarily mean evil at a place. It could just be, somebody who's super controlling, maybe even well-meaning person who's just really controlling at work. Or it can mean there's a power struggle of some kind. Maybe you and somebody else at work are trying to, there's some power struggle between the two of you. So I'm seeing this card as like an issue with job that needs to be resolved, what's coming up. So it may be either this changes or you get, what I'm seeing is a new opportunity, actually. So as I look at it, I'm saying maybe it's time to make a change of some kind. You will know better than that. If it doesn't seem, if you can't work it out there, it may be time for a change. The reason I'm questioning a little bit, I'm more leaning toward the new job aspect, is because we have 4 of Cups. 4 of Cups means there's an amazing offer coming to you from a new job offer and something new coming to you, but it's not coming from a place that you're expecting. You're looking down here for jobs maybe and not seeing anything good, but this job is going to come from a different place. So an example of this could be like, you're looking at the want ads or you're looking at LinkedIn and you're not really seeing anything, but then through your network, somebody tells you about a job coming up through the people that you know. So it's something a little different than where you're looking right now. So whatever you're doing right now, let's open it up to some new avenues for that new opportunity coming to. Oh, sorry. It was Adrija was talking about your video, Yvonne, not my video. Sorry, distraction. So Julia, so look in a different place or try a different strategy, because there's an offering coming, a good offer coming to you from somewhere else. Now, I feel like you have an issue here with that job change, because the 9 of Wands is a feeling of insecurity or a feeling of maybe I'm not good enough. Sometimes it's like, the card says you have everything you need to succeed, but you may doubt your ability, or you may doubt yourself in some way. So I feel like that's another energy that's going on here, which is the confidence needs to be built up. Maybe, honestly, this can create this. When we're dealing with a situation where people are maybe diminishing us in some way, or there's a power struggle, we can start to question, this kind of gaslighting behavior. Are we good enough? Because they have made us feel that we're not good enough, or that we're at fault, or something is wrong in some way. So the mission is for you to trust in this process. Again, the Fool card is about trusting in divine providence. All is well. Everything is going to open for you. The more trusting you are in terms of like the journey of getting this job, the more things that will magically open up for you. Julie's saying, I have imposter syndrome. Yep, that's this. This is the thing where you start to think, I'm not good enough, but you are. That's the 9 of Wands. So I think that with all of that situation, and did it come from this situation at work? Are you having like a real negative situation at work that you're dealing with? You can say in the chat if that's something that's making sense. So I think that Fool energy is to just step out into it and trust it. It's a little bit like the Moon card in that sense, but it's like, trust that energy, trust your divine providence, trust that you're going to be led in the right direction. And look what the result is though. King of Wands, you moving into passion and power. This is like, the King of Wands is about fire. And it's like having a job where you feel passionate, energized, optimistic, you feel strong, you feel empowered at your job. It's the opposite of this. I think this is disempowerment. This is disempowerment. And this is empowerment. So I see you moving. I think if you're able to switch, either look for that offer that's coming from an unusual place and make that switch. You're ready for it. You're good enough for it. And what it's going to do is going to get you into such a happier place than where you are now. It's going to be so much better than where you are now. So I love it for you. You have to trust and you have to believe in yourself. Here, I'm going to give you a little thing, Julia, and in your work of doing this magically, I want you to look in the mirror, and whatever you feel like you're the imposter at, tell yourself, I am that thing. I am blah, 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 blah. So if you feel like I can't be a manager, I'm not good enough to be a manager, look in the mirror and say, I'm a manager. I'm a manager. And say it like you mean it. I'm an artist. I'm a creator. I'm a whatever you are. I'm an amazing coder. I'm a exceptional whatever. But that way you really will tap into this energy, which is what you need to be tapping into. King of Wands, that's great. You're passionate, you're optimistic, you're energized. I don't feel lots of energy coming from you when you're getting up to go to a job that you hate. Nobody feels energy, but this is the job that's ahead for you. So go for that opportunity, that golden opportunity that comes from you. Believe in yourself. Tell yourself you are the thing until you believe it too, because you are the thing. And then you will get over that imposter syndrome. Affirmations are great for that imposter syndrome stuff. So if it's like, for me, it's like, I don't feel like I'm a good enough tarot reader. I am a tarot reader. I am a great tarot reader. I'm an amazing tarot reader. Tell yourself that, because it's going to restructure your brain around it too. Okay. All right, Judy, come sit by me. You have to come and sit by me. Thank you so much, Julia. Yeah, bring your child with you. We got all the children here. This is a bit of a mess. I just came in from work. I got Glinda here, my kitty cats. There's Judy and Ozma.
Hello.
That's Yvonne. Have you ever seen Yvonne before?
I saw
No.
him. I saw him in the very beginning.
Okay.
Hi, Yvonne.
I'm going to
How
take
are
my
you?
headphones because then Judy can hear what you say, Yvonne. Otherwise, with my headphones on. So it's going to be not the little echoey, but all right. What's your question, Judy?
I have a big business trip
Oh,
next week
yeah.
to Chicago. I feel good about it, but I wanna see.
Okay.
I wanna see.
How's Judy's business trip gonna go? Okay. All right. One more shuffle, and then we're gonna do a. Okay. Ah, good, good. Are you questioning it a little bit?
No, not so much.
It's good opportunities. Good opportunities. Ooh, I like it. I like it. I like it.
Oh.
She's looking at the cards, so I have to show these guys. All right. So Knight of Swords can be like Knight of Swords can be like jumping into something without thinking, which is actually very good for this situation. Just go for it. If there's opportunities that present themselves to you, like just do it. Like just do it. Don't think about it. You'll figure it out as you go along. And particularly, I think if you're feeling like, can we do this thing?
Exactly.
You know, can we fulfill this that they're wanting? Just say yes. Just say yes.
Yeah.
Because you'll figure it out. You will figure it out. So if they're asking you, she has a business. So I'm talking about like clients and things like that. If they ask you for something that you're not sure about, just jump in. Say, yeah, we can do it. And then you figure out the details of how you're going to do it. This is why I was saying, are you like questioning it? We have Five of Wands. Five of Wands is like organization. So we need everybody on the same page of what you're doing. And like, maybe is there some kind of, are you taking meetings or do you have
I am
plans?
taking meetings. So
Okay.
so what will be the outcome? Like it's, you know, I'm throwing caution out there. What will be the response?
You mean what, according to this or according to the whole reading?
No, to this.
I think that this, you need to be very organized because you're taking all these meetings. So make sure you're super organized with it. And also too, I would say this can sometimes be like let's say like two parties or more having different concepts about what it is. So make sure it's all spelled out and you're both on the same page. So you're going to have to work to get people on the same page a little bit. There's opportunities galore. We've got Four of Cups showing up. So that means there's going to be some opportunity for you that's going to be coming from a place that you don't know. And it's a good opportunity. So you've got your jobs that you're doing in this, but I also think there's an exceptional opportunity that's just going to pop up out of nowhere that you're not going to be seeing. It's going to come out of left field, but a good one. So make time for that one that comes out of left field. Right. Oh, look at this. King of Wands and Queen of Pentacles. King of Wands, passion, energy, enthusiasm, bringing all that to the table. And Queen of Pentacles got the gold. She got the gold in her hand.
She does.
You're going to make some sales, girl.
Yes.
So I think what you have to do is remember, like, to bring all your fire, all your passion, all your optimism, all your enthusiasm, and all your energy. I mean, that's another thing about fire is energy. Because if you bring that high energy and you're bringing lots of experience, I mean, you're coming to the table with lots of experience, you're going to make those sales. You're going to make that money. You're going to have that money in your hand. This is such a bountiful card, abundant card, because she has all those fruits and flowers and the little bunny next to her. It all represents this flowing so beautifully for you.
So that's the outcome.
That's the outcome. Yeah. So it's good. She's happy.
I'm happy. Happy customer. Happy customer.
Love Witch says hello to you, by the way.
Oh, I know. I heard Love Witch was in the house. Hi,
Love
honey.
Witch is running everything. She runs everything for me.
She sure does.
All right. So I think we got everybody, right? I think we got everybody's. Thank you so much, you guys. I want to say thank you to everybody. I'm going to say thank you, Judy. We'll go backwards down the line. All of your generosity, all of this money. Do you want to add up the money, Yvonne? How much it's going to be?
390. It's almost 10 grains, and I also have some extra donations, so there will be more people to donate.
Wow, that's awesome. We'll have 10 grannies today. Okay, so thank you, Judy. Thank you, Judy. Thank you, Judy. Thank you, Julia. Thank you, Adrija. Thank you, John Paul. Thank you, Fariel. Thank you, Sandra. Thank you, Tasha. Thank you, Cynthia G. Thank you, Cynthia R. Thank you, Love Witch, for helping here and also for getting a reading. And thank you to Jen for getting a reading. You guys are amazing and awesome. And because of you, 10 grannies are going to get food. 10 seniors in Ukraine who are suffering with bombing and flooding and all the horrific things that are going on there are going to actually have one less thing to worry about, is that they don't have to worry about where their food is coming in. I want to remind everybody, I'm going to show you my t-shirt, to stand with Ukraine, support Ukraine. We are doing it. You guys are doing it by doing this. Ukraine has a beautiful future ahead. We just have to get through this, and a beautiful future is there. So thank you so much, you guys, for everything. I thank you for being here. Oh, one last donation. Oh, good. How many cards, Adrija? Got to put it in the chat so I know. Adrija, you're my best customer, I swear. Okay. So Adrija was saying earlier that she saw those videos of the bombing that was happening, and then she had the bad dream. That's what she was seeing. A video of bombing, and I saw him
Yeah,
talking.
there is nothing pleasant in this, and
Yeah.
of course it could cause some bad dreams.
Yeah, it's like, I mean, you're
But
living
I hope,
that
but I
nightmare.
hope you like the song, the Cure band that I put in after the sound of the explosions.
There's one on PayPal too. Okay, hold on. Who's the one on PayPal? Let me see. Oh my gosh, it makes me do this. All right. Oh. Hold on. On PayPal, who am I missing? Oh, Maitland. Sorry, Maitland. Okay, Maitland has a 3-card reading. Wonderful. Hey, we're doing great. Okay, Maitland, did you put your question in, Maitland? Put it in the chat because I don't. Oh, no, here we go. My boyfriend of over a year and a half and I just broke up on Saturday. I'm feeling lost and in limbo. What is next for us? Oh, that's a hard one. Okay, thank you for your donation. We're going to look at 3 cards. And then, Adrija, you want to get your donation in and your question in. Okay. All right. Thank you, Judy. Yeah, you can go. You can go with you wherever you need to go now.
Okay. You can go right now.
No, I just meant you're free to go. You don't have to stay there.
Okay, madamepamita.
You're free to go. You don't have to stay here in Ed McMahon. All right, so let's look at that Maitland's question. Okay. Oh, I'm so sorry. Oh, thank you so much. Okay. And thank you, Adrija, too. Okay. Oh. Okay, so here's what I see, and it's good practical advice here. And it's interesting, you know, the cards, I've been doing cards for 40 plus years now, and they still reveal so much to me. So your card of how you're feeling right now can very well be expressed in the 5 of Pentacles. You are feeling left out in the cold. I mean, that's literally what this card is. This is about being in the cold, being shut out, being closed out. However, there's a way in. You have to look for it. For the 2 of you to make this relationship work, you got to have to be very diligent and work really hard at this. I think it's not just you that's working hard, but both of you have to work hard to get this relationship back on track again, to put in the effort. You know, it's something, if you do put in the effort, it will be worth it. You know what I mean? But it's like putting in the effort. The thing is that we don't realize, you know, we see a Disney movie about love, or we see a romantic comedy and everybody's happy in the end, and that's the end of the movie. But what we don't see is that the work that goes into a relationship, you know, the person that you're with will sometimes drive you crazy. I'm going to put my headphones back in again since Judy's gone. Will sometimes drive you crazy. They can even be super annoying or do things that you think are like outrageous or that you don't agree with, right? But we have to find a way. If you're going to partner with somebody, you have to find a way for the 2 of you to be a team together. So even if you disagree, you are always willing to take one for the team, or do something for the team, or give up something, sacrifice something for the team. I think for your relationship, the Hangman shows up, and the Hangman card is about sacrifice leading to enlightenment or good result. So for this relationship to go forward, it means that the two of you are going to have to make some sacrifices. It should not just be you. That's the one thing I want to emphasize. One person doing it is not going to do it. One person sacrificing, the other one not sacrificing, then becomes you're the doormat and the other person is, a narcissist. That's not what we're asking of you. That's not what we want for you. It's the two of you together that are going to have to be disciplined, diligent, make sacrifices to gain the enlightenment of this relationship, to gain what is the good chapter of this relationship. So it's not just you making a sacrifice, but the two of you. Is your partner, is your boyfriend willing to make any sacrifices for the two of you? If he is not willing to make any sacrifices or is not willing to do the work, then you have your answer. And one of the things that I emphasize to people when I'm advising them about relationship is this. You can choose a relationship because somebody's cute, you have the things in common, you like the same things, you have fun together, you like the way they dress, or all kinds of things people choose relationships for. But ultimately, if that relationship is going to last and run the distance, the person has to be a team player. The person has to be a team player. Am I right, Yvonne?
Absolutely, and I wanted to add something very maybe useful here. So right now, our new format of the videos is so-called advice of the day. So we have grannies that are full of wisdom because they lived the whole life, and they made a lot of researches, analysis, conclusions, and they can share their sacrifice with us. So one of the last advices was from my father, who is also among the list of our grannies. So my parents are here, but they are in the common key, so they don't have any preferences, and they just wait for as long as they should. So my father's advice was something like this. I will try to quote: "The bouquet and candy period don't last too long, and then the average family working days become." And here it's very important to reduce your ambitions, to start hearing one each other, and to have patience and to be able to make some compromise, because without this, any strong and reliable family isn't possible at all.
Yeah.
And yes, I can agree with this, because especially it relates to the young people who are full of energy and think that they know everything, and everybody has to be patient for their brilliant ideas. So yes, we have to be patient, we have to hear each other, and we have to work, first of all, because every relationship is a hard work, because you most likely you won't meet a person that will suit you by 100%. So you have to make some compromise, you have to change, you have to love this person, even if it doesn't suit your best expectations. He will be different, of course, and you will be different for him. So you guys should work on this. If you are not able, both of you or even one of you, you're not gonna make it.
Yeah. I think that's important. I mean, I think you can't know if someone's a team player on their first date, right? You can't know that. You have to spend time with someone to get to know, are they a team player or are they just looking to gratify themselves, like consume someone else? There's this beautiful video that I sometimes share with my clients of this rabbi. And the rabbi is saying, many people have fish love. And he explains what he means. He says, when you sit down to eat and you have a fish, and the fish is delicious and beautiful and everything, you say, I love this fish, I love it. But that's how people sometimes view love. I'm going to consume it to gratify myself, right? The fish does not love that experience, but the person eating the fish loves the experience. So many times in relationship, we have these situations where someone just wants, they want the person to make them feel better or gratify them or give them presents or do this thing. And it's consuming rather than thinking about the two of you being a team. So I think this is your moment. This really is your moment, Maitland, where you are going to see if this person is really wanting a team or they just want to consume. If they just want to consume you, that's a long life of unhappiness for you. But when you find that person who is your team player, who wants to meet you halfway and work together and is willing to maybe be understanding or, let small things go and work together on the big things, that's what we're looking for in relationship. It's going to
Yeah,
take a lot of hard work for you guys. I think it's going to be hard work, but if you can do the hard work, I think you can do the hard work, Maitland. You're going to have to find out if he's going to do the hard work or not. So, yeah. What are you going to say,
every
Ivan?
every every relationship is about a perfect balance between giving and taking, because you have to get some happiness and satisfaction from the relationship, but you have to give something to achieve this condition.
Yeah. And it's when you start to really think of that person as your partner, really like almost like a business partner or a teammate on a team, on a komanda. There's my
Mhm.
my Ukrainian vocabulary word for the day. Komanda means team, you guys.
Uh, Please friend me on Facebook. Uh, I don't sure that I spell your name right. Maitland, you
Yeah, it's
said. Mm-hmm.
Maitland.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Please friend me
Maitland.
on Facebook so that I could tag you on my graded post today.
Okay. All right. So, and last one is Adrija has 2 cards. Is it so another one from Adrija? So Maitland was 3 and Adrija.
440. We will have in total 11 grannies.
Woo-hoo!
Yeah.
11 grannies we're feeding today, you guys. You did it. You're amazing. Oh my God. You're the best. You are all the best. I love you being here. This is a nice little group. We have people that come back every week, which I love. Adrija comes, Fariel comes. We have a lot of
Ruxandra.
Jen. Yeah. Ruxandra. A lot of you guys come back every week. John Paul has come back 2 weeks. This is great. Keep coming back. We'll see you next Wednesday. All
And
right.
one of you.
And Cynthia, that's right. Cynthia R has come back many weeks too. All right. So let's see what we got for you, Adrija. Is it the person from the past? Is it D or G? All right. So we're going to pull 2 cards. Oh, it's G. It's G. I pulled 2 cards to find out. All right. So I said 1 card was D, 1 card was G. G is the sun card. That's a definite yes to that. That's who we're talking about. D is not, this is a sort of card of like, yeah, sort of. Yeah, but this one is definitely it. So it's definitely G fast. You're going to have to, I think we sometimes have to do this in our life. We meet a soulmate, and because they're a lover, but it doesn't work out in some way, we can't be friends with them, or we can't, but we have to make our peace with that and say, I'll see you in the next lifetime. We'll try again in the next lifetime. And then we go on our way, meet other soulmates in our life. We have soul groups. We have lots of soulmates. So we meet other soulmates, but we might have that one that we feel such a deep, connection to. But sometimes we have to say, we'll meet again in the next lifetime. And that can give that closure. It's not even a saying goodbye. It's saying we'll meet again, we'll meet again. All right, you guys, I haven't had dinner yet, and it's all past 9:00 p.m. I have to pack my
And I
bag.
haven't had breakfast yet. So
Yeah.
we should proceed with this important event.
Oh, you guys, thank you so much. Adrija, you're the best. Thank you, all of you, so much. You guys are wonderful. And thank you so much for your donations. We're going to feed 11 grannies. So it's 440, Yvonne, that I'm sending you.
Yeah.
Okay, wonderful. All right, so I'll send you that money. You'll go out
And I'm
shopping.
sending you a beautiful post later.
Oh, you're gonna post. You guys, half of the fun of this is like you get to see the grannies that you fed. And if you aren't following Yvonne on Instagram or Facebook, Facebook he posts the most, you're missing out on who you have been helping.
Yeah.
B says
Yeah.
you're both amazing. I love you, B. So join and follow Yvonne so you can see who you're feeding. This is really, really wonderful. Love Which says safe travels, Pammy, to have a safe week, Yvonne. Yes, we send you a umbrella, a bubble of safety around you and your family, really around all of Ukraine. And our hearts are with you. We're holding your hands. We're with you. In our hearts, we're with you. We're holding your hands. We will come out on the other side of this and we will rejoice in your joy when this is all over and we can help you rebuild. I swear to you, I'm going to come there. We're going to hang out in Kyiv
I know.
and I'm going to rebuild.
You don't have other option.
I know we don't have another option. All right, you guys, say hi to your lovely wife, Yulia, to your son, Danny, and we'll see you next week, Yvonne. I'll probably talk to you maybe before then. The rest of you guys, I'll see you. Thank you so much. Remain strangers in all my lives. Oh my gosh, Adrija, that's really something. You guys are the best. I love you guys so much. You're the best. Thank you for feeding 11 grannies this week. This is a really brilliant outcome and I'm so happy about it. All right. Thank you again, guys. Thank you, Yvonne. We'll see you probably before Wednesday, but for sure we'll see you on Wednesday, Yvonne. Thank you.